Hey everyone, my name is Em. I'm a photographer and a film girly, and today we're going to talk about how School of Rock is the best movie ever. So School of Rock came out in 2003, and this film was like one of my favorites growing up. I mean, it is like one of my all-time favorites in general. I absolutely love Jack Black. This like cemented him in my favorite actors for life because this role was so amazing and so fun and cool. Like it got kids involved in music in school and rock music at that. Like I love that so much. So School of Rock begins with the craziest intro. Jack Black is in a band and he is like doing too much. He's crash out and he has like a 30-hour long solo. So we're introduced to Dewey Finn and his bestie Ned Schneebly. Okay, keep this name in mind, Ned Schneebly. So Ned is like, dude, you got to get out of here. You're freeloading. We can't have you living here if you can't pay the bills. And he's like, what are you doing? Like, what are you talking about? You know, mind you, Ned used to be a rock dude with Dewey, so that's how they're friends. But Ned lives a different life. He's a substitute teacher in real life now, and that's how he makes a living. Goes to practice and they fire him. They kick him out the band and he's like, how you gonna kick me out the band? You can't kick me out the band. And they kick him out the band because this guy he was just doing too much. Like, yeah, like, no.
You've been focused so hard on making it, you forgot about one little thing. It's called the music.
So one day, Dewey's home and they get a call to the house and it's for Ned.
So how much are we talking here?
We pay our substitutes $6.50 a week. Now, do you know when Mr. Schneebly will be back?
Ned, phone.
Hello, this is Ned Schneebly.
He takes a job, and that's how we end up having him at the school. This is the craziest ruse ever. This is not even in his line of work, but he just needed to get some work. He's not even qualified. He just shows up. He shows up and we're introduced to Joan Cusack's character, Rosalind Mullins. Okay, she is a queen. She's my favorite character in this whole movie because she's just so stinking adorable. And I love her in everything that she's in anyway. Their dynamic is so fun throughout the movie.
You know what? You don't have to worry about me because I'm a hard ass. And if a kid gets out of line, I got no problem smacking him in the head.
No, we don't use corporal punishment here.
Okay, so just verbal abuse?
Dewey Finn disguising himself as Ned Schneebly, which is kind of crazy when you're dealing with kids. Like, this is low-key like, you know, they should call it a popo, but they don't know. So he pulls up to the class and he's like, you know, what do y'all do here? Like, and they're like, you know, we have this system, we have this system. He's like, F all that, okay? Scratch that. We're not doing that. Today we're going to play recess. Let's do recess. Let's do nothing because he's not a real teacher. He's just getting in there.
Yeah. Okay. Teach.
You wouldn't come to work hungover unless you're an alcoholic. Dude, you got a disease.
What's your name?
Freddie Jones.
Freddie Jones. Shut up.
He has the brightest idea when he sees them in music class and they're playing all their instruments and he's starting to develop an idea. He's like, I'm gonna get these kids to join a band. So they come back to class and he's like, okay, none of y'all told me that y'all play instruments. What's going on? They're like, we didn't think that was interesting to you, but okay. He's like, okay, well, we're gonna do a new class project. It's called Rock Band.
Yes! Oh! All right, let's go!
They start to do a new class project called Rock Band. Now, that sounds fire. Okay, if I was 10 years old, I don't know how old they are, 8? I think they're like 3rd grade. If I was 8 years old, I'd be like, you know what? I like school, but I love music, so let's go ahead and do that then. Yeah, that sounds real fun.
But if anyone finds out what we're doing in here, we'll be disqualified. So let's just keep it on the down low, shall we?
Can we tell our parents?
No! Just trust me, they don't want to know anything about this. Keep it zipped. All right, you guys? Let's kick it into overdrive.
So now he's got them involved. So now he has to pick positions for everybody. They get Zach Mooneyham, they get Lawrence on the keys, and we get Fred on the drums. And they get Katie on the bass. And then they start playing and jamming out. He's like, oh my gosh, the gears are turning.
Boom.
Okay.
Boom. A couple of these. Now here.
Okay.
Now give me a platform. Let's rock. Let's rock today. Now do it to me.
Let's rock. Let's rock today.
That's good.
As he's putting everybody together, he's getting a whole team together. He's getting the roadies. He's getting the fashion department. And that's when we get Billy the Queen. Okay, Billy the Queen is like, we gotta get some stylish stuff for us to wear.
You want me to be a groupie?
Well, groupie's an important job.
They're sluts. They sleep with a band.
Okay, listen, I didn't want to say this in front of the other kids because I didn't want to make them jealous, but I made a special position just for you. Band manager.
Band manager?
If someone was pushing you around, telling you what to do, what would you say?
Step off.
Step out! Step out! Step out!
Then we go through a whole montage of them learning, you know, the history of rock and just artists. And he would like hand out CDs for homework and like have them learn a lot about the music style that he so loves and that he's in. And knowing that Jack Black is a real life rock star makes it so much more fun. He's really infiltrated himself at this point, and he learns that he's learning a little bit more about the students and, like, you know, learning that their parents are not really, you know, going for their goals as a musician and seeing, like, more different things for them in life and really getting into it, you know, getting into the teaching of it all. He's really starting to love these kids, not even just to use them, but just really loving these kids. We're gonna disguise the classroom like we're having class in there. So they like have an audio, like the audio department, the techies on this team the roadies on this team are amazing because they put this thing together while everybody else left the school to go audition. And the audition is crazy because literally they get there and they almost miss the audition. And he's like, please let them audition. They have to act freaking sick. He has them act sick and says, yeah, they have
Stickitodemoniosis.
You know, has empathy for them and ultimately is like, okay, you know, they're in. That's where we have Immigrant Song, which is also one of my favorite scenes in the whole movie. It's a celebration. So now they're in the Battle of the Bands. They got the practice down. They've got the team down. They've got everybody down. And it's awesome. It's really going to be fun.
There's no way you can stop the school of rock.
Stop! We have a red alert. It's Mullins. Let's go.
We're infiltrating the teacher system, and he learns more about Rosalind Mullins, who is the headmistress. I didn't say that before, but she's the headmistress of this academy. And he's learning that she knows how to let loose and that she loves Stevie Nicks. Let me get her drunk and let's listen to some Stevie Nicks and let's get her to say yes. So they do just that.
Stevie Nicks.
Yeah, Stevie.
But the thing is, she's like, I'm not sure. Ned, or Dewey, is now getting himself really he's supposed to be a teacher, so he's not doing what he's supposed to be doing. So student night parent teacher conference? What is it, parent teacher conference? I haven't been in school in I don't know how long, especially not elementary school, so I don't know. He's like, how to prepare for this night.
Okay. I don't think I can go in there.
What's wrong?
Roz, I'm not a teacher.
Oh, Ned.
And he's like, you know, talking about them and blah, blah, blah. And the parents are like, what's this about my kid getting like CDs to go home and starting to play the guitar, and like, you know, they're getting skeptical. They're like, yo, who is this guy? He comes clean.
My name is Dewey Finn. And no, I'm not a licensed teacher, but I have been touched by your kids. And I'm pretty sure I've touched them.
You know, they run him out of the school because obviously that's creepy to be around kids when you're not a real teacher and you don't have any qualifications. You're just a rock star and you just, what seems like you're using these kids for something, right? He loves them at this point in the story. But Battle of the Bands comes up and the kids are like, yo, we want to still do Battle of the Bands. So the manager, who is Miranda Cosgrove, oh my gosh, I love her so much. So band manager gets the bus and rides over to Dewey's house and is like, we're going to do Battle of the Bands. Don't play.
Okay, we're all here for the field trip.
Where's Mr. Schneebly?
I didn't tell you? He's at his house. We need to go pick him up. Come on, let's go, hurry.
So that's what they just do. They go wake Dewey up. They say, dude, we've got to go do this Battle of the Bands. You got us into this. This is really fun for us, so let's do it. So they freaking go to the Battle of the Bands. The class is gone. They find out. Rosalind Mullins is like, yo, I don't know where your kids are. All the parents are like, oh, shoot, where are the kids? So they find out that they're at the Battle of the Bands. They're preparing themselves to perform, and we get Heartsick, Heal Me, I'm Heartsick by No Vacancy, which was the band that Dewey was in. That's a bop. I'm sorry. I love that freaking song. This whole film is nostalgic, but that song specifically just like draws me to this movie. Here we are. They do the final showcase and they freaking rock the house out. Like, everybody's like, these kids are playing this music and they're awesome and they're cool. And I absolutely love that. Parents get there somehow on time to see them perform, and they are blown away by the amazing show that they put on and all the hard work that they put in, that they can't even like really be mad for real. We get, like, once they finish and they announce the winner, which they lost. It's one of those movies. If you haven't seen this movie, it's been 22 years. They lost, but they got an encore. So they go back out there for an encore, and they deserved it because they put on a great show. But my favorite part of the end of the movie is the fact that we have the best sexual tension throughout the whole movie. We have Rosalind Mullins and Spider, the new guitarist for No Vacancy, and we have just a single image of them just being so hot together that it escapes my mind. Like, my bi panic started there. Yeah, it definitely started there because they both look the hell good. Okay, that's the movie. We go into the credits and we go into the end credits. Which is the best end credits. I love it so much. Like, it's music throughout the movie to the end. Like, you're rocking on into the end. And I never want this movie to end every time I watch it. Like, it's just so nostalgic and so beautiful. And I freaking love Jack Black and Joan Cusack and Miranda Cosgrove. And, like, the cast is so fun. And all the kids are so fun and silly. And I love it. I don't know why I didn't mention the backup singers. We have Marta. We have Tamika, who ultimately, she was like, no, I can sing. I don't want to be no roadie. I want to sing. And she gets up there and sings her butt off, okay? She sings. She sang down. She said, I'm going to be lead. And that's what she said. And that's what she did. And she accomplished that. We have Marta, we have Alicia, and we have Tamika on the background. Okay, they sang that thing down. School of Rock came out in 2003, and this movie really changed the way that I listened to music very early on. It only came out a year after I was born, but, like, I don't even know the first time I saw it, but it just came to me at a time where I was like, oh shoot, like I like different kinds of music, and it really cemented that in my brain and cemented that in my heart. 20 plus years later, they have done the reunion band, and I've lost a few along the way, but they still hold that love for this film and this project, and their love for one another in their hearts, and it's always in the spirit of all the fans who love this movie. This is not the only movie that I love the soundtrack for. If you want to see me review other movies or shows, let me know in the comments. Make sure you like, comment, and share with your friends. Other than that, let's rock today. Bye.
Is a wonderful thing. Math is a really cool thing. So get off your act, let's do some math. Math, 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 math.
You'll be just fine.